We're nearing the end of the season and change is in the air. It's time to rearrange the furniture and do some spring cleaning. Shake the dust off the old stuff and repurpose it for new and exciting things. I'm looking to the east, watching for the sun to rise on a new day, ready for the opportunities that it brings. It's time to move forward, people, but we can't do it alone. When we come back, I'll introduce you to another one of your guides along the Arroyo path. So gear up and we'll get started right after this. I'm joined by a friend and fellow traveler along the Arroyo path. His enthusiasm and attentive eye are sure to keep you safe as you make your journey, so please welcome Kevin Bruce to Arroyo Profiles. How are you, Kevin?
Oh, thank you very much.
All right.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet me. You know me for how long have you known me? That'll be question number one.
Oh, God. I don't know. It's at least since 2098, so
It's close to
21 years or so.
Yeah. It's a long time, yeah. Wow. Fun times.
Fast.
So who are you? What's your story? Where are you from?
Wow. I don't admit it in mixed crowds, but no. I'm originally from Indianapolis, Indiana, and I transported here at the age of 18, went to the Academy of Dramatic Arts, which is where Norma Coombs is now, across from Victory Park. And once I saw those mountains, that was it. Cut my roots from wherever back there and replanted them here.
Been here ever since.
Been here ever since.
And then you got into TV
somehow? Oh, man. Do we have enough time for all?
I don't know.
I started off doing
25 minutes.
I started doing extra work, Facts of Life, Square Pegs, Jefferson's, this stuff way back.
Like in ancient times.
Yeah, ancient times, yeah. After that, I just kind of evolved into doing started doing my own music video production company.
Okay.
I actually was working here at the Hilton while I was doing extra work, and one of the co-workers had asked me about helping to produce a parody on Thriller, and went from there.
The rest is history,
the rest is history. And then I came here. There was a couple times it was referred to me. One was a friend that I had done a music video for, and he had mentioned the place, and at that time, I was too busy. Then another friend, she was going to PCC, and she had mentioned it to me, and then that's kind of what spurred me to get in and start taking the training classes, and then started shooting she was doing modeling, so started doing some of the shoots over there at PCC, and that's kind of how I started the ball rolling in here.
Okay, so what's your favorite thing to do? Because you've done in front of the camera, behind the camera.
Wow, I like doing camera. I'm a camera guy. I've done the front and behind, but I like the action of the camera.
Well, you mentioned some of the things that you worked on. You said you did a spoof of Thriller, something like that?
Yeah, that was way back.
Well, we just happen to have a little bit of that. So why don't we take a look at that right now?
Why don't we? We're at the residential part of the competition, where the guys actually install the parts. As I was saying, you have no idea. You have no idea. That was a blast. You can't imagine the rush. I joined the 100-mile-per-hour club. You can't believe the G-force, like the torque. This thing is a 520, 1,200 horsepower, and when it goes, it sucks you. You're sitting in the observer chair. You feel like you're being sucked into a vacuum, man. It's incredible. Wally, I love that. It was a rush, man. It was a rush. It was a real rush.
That club, huh?
Ray does not know what he's in store for. Welcome. Hi. This is the first of On the Move. I'm your host, Kevin Bruce.
Well, that was entertaining. That was entertaining. I want to see more of the what was that called? Killer?
Killer.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
So when you were you've been in this for a minute. So like, what are some of the things you see have changed in the landscape here at the facility?
Oh, wow. Definitely the technology, which is always challenging in my corner. Yeah, the technology is the constant updates of the, of the different programs, new equipment that comes in, just trying to learn everything, keep up to speed so we can go out there and use it.
When you were producing your program, what was your process?
Oh, On the Move. I basically would go out and just try to seek different guests, different types of things that were kind of not your normal take. Speedboat. She was that show was on a speedboat racer. So and then I did another one on. I did another one with that I had an in studio shoot with music and everything. So I just tried to I bounced around. I really had no format. I just kind of went whatever.
Did what you wanted to do.
Yeah, hit me at the time.
When you first came, you said you heard about us through associates of yours, and you walked in the door. What was it like when you first walked in? Because it was a totally different time, a totally different place.
Actually, it was an interesting group that I came in with, because Roberta Martinez and I met that same night, because we were both looking for the entrance to get into the class at when it was down at Hudson. But it was. I looked at it as after going through the orientation. Were you there?
Yeah,
it was me.
I might have been the teacher. It was
Roberta,
me and Kevin,
Duncan, Wayne, and Letitia.
Oh wow!
So
that was a solid group.
That was a solid group. No, I looked at it as wow, this is kind of like my own studio. I could kind of, after doing independent shoots and everything, I was kind of like, wow, this is like my own play. I was like, cool. I got to get my own facilities, and then you just feel like, oh, I could do this and could do that, and if I want to do like sample shoots or something, the world just kind of opened up and was like, yeah, I got a facility to do stuff out of.
Okay. What do you think are some of the things that you learned through it? Because you said you'd already done training at PCC, and you went to the Performing Arts Academy. So you both sides of the camera. So what are some of the things that you got here that you may not have been able to get elsewhere?
Oh, definitely the editing process is something that I had to re-educate myself on. Some of the new cameras, like I said, figuring out where the buttons are so I can quickly access them. Gotten into a lot of the audio recording and learning a lot more about audio editing and audio recording that I didn't know about before. So there's quite a few branches.
And you mentioned the group that you came in when you first took the orientation.
Yeah.
That you came in with, and you still know these people to this day.
Right.
Who are some of the other people, and what are some of the things you've worked on that are most memorable about your time with the organization?
From beginning to...
From the beginning to now.
Wow. Well, definitely the parades. That's kind of how I started going, was the Black History Parade. Started doing camera for that. So the Latino Heritage Parade GROW, which is what Roberta started. City councils.
Yeah, those could be fun. The world's slowest soap opera.
Yeah, exactly. And then a lot of the community meetings. So.
And then some of the people, like you've made some pretty good friendships around here. You keep mentioning Roberta, like she's a solid person.
Yeah, she's like
all right, Roberta.
big sister for me.
Yeah,
big sister. A lot of people.
Yeah. A lot of people.
Yourself,
Okay.
Joe coming back. Andre Berry.
Yeah, you guys need to come hang out so you can know who we're talking about. Something like that. Might let you in on it.
Yeah.
So we're getting ready to go to the break. What are some of the things you want to add about just the importance of having an organization like this?
Well,
do you think that you could have gotten the same opportunities, the same stuff, the same way?
No, this is a great facility for not only freedom of speech, but I often tell people when they come in here, it's just like a gym. When you try to go into the production world, there's no school basically for that. It's basically you jump right in. And then when you're starting off, very, very rarely will you be able to have hands-on and touch the equipment and kind of learn as you go, unless it's that type of production. But most of the time, you're just assisting those that do know it instead of getting the hands-on
Learning by
yourself.
doing.
Yeah, learning by doing.
Excellent. So learn by doing. Right now, we're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to move things around a little bit and get right back into the show. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Hey, Pasadena Media, you rock.
I was physically at school, but my mind wasn't at school. I had problems at home. That's when I met Narnese. She started helping me a little bit, like, Nia, I don't know what you're doing, but your future is more important. She's my strength. It takes a village to help somebody get their diploma. It changes your whole life.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
Hi, I'm Jill Whelan from The Love Boat, and you are watching the Arroyo Channel.
In a perpetually evolving world, change is a constant. Changes come and go. Some changes improve. Some changes take time to get used to. Some changes rollerblade right into your life and down Lake Street hoping for clearances in the traffic. That force of change around here at Pasadena Media is evolving and relocating his change to the Rockies. I'll explain after this new opening. Here at Pasadena Media and Arroyo Profiles, nothing would be working if it weren't for this cornerstone. This foundation and the history of this organization are synonymous with this person. He has been the face of Pasadena Media longer than some of the volunteer crew have been alive. I introduce to you the one, the only Chavel DeVine.
Hi. Let's shake hands again.
Oh yeah, there you go. Hey,
Wow.
Hey, you guys know this guy.
Sheesh.
So-
Made me sound important.
Well, you've been here since almost since they signed the charter to get this thing going here. So I mean, I got a lot of questions and stuff. So your history, let's find out who you are, where you came from, and how you ended up here.
You are using my lines. I don't like that. So I am Chavel DeVine. I'm a Pasadena native, 3 generations deep. And so that's who I am and where I'm from. How did I end up here? So
What brought you? How did I hear about Pasadena Media?
Okay.
All right.
It was a slightly circuitous route. I did my first video in 7th grade in a arts workshop at Polytechnic. And it was Waldo's Wacky Wonder into the Wide World of Weirdos. And we shot mostly on SVHS and cut it on the old RM440.
History.
Yeah, that was fun. And then I did the same thing for 2 years. And then I decided it was enough, so I took a 2-year hiatus so I can focus on my studies as I entered high school. That's totally what happened.
That sounds, yeah.
But in high school, in junior year, that's when ROP, my mother saw they had a TV training program, and she remembered my enthusiasm in the junior high school thing. So she said I should do it. I did it, and I did it pretty good. So I stuck around. So I started as a student, then went to become an intern, then became a contractor, then became a part-time staff person, then became a full-time staff person. And I've kind of been back and forth and in and out. Started a couple of different production companies. went to some different countries, a different country specifically for work. But yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. So, yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's quite a bit. A couple questions first. One, how do you rollerblade up lake?
That was never fun, ever fun. And I usually would get off of lake either at Orange Grove or Washington, because once you get, especially when you hit Altadena Drive, that 8% grade is no joke.
You can't do
But
that.
coming down lake,
Yeah.
that's another story.
Looking for them clearances in the traffic.
You
that's
just
what I'm saying.
hope and pray. I used to get clocked at about 30 miles an hour, 35 miles an hour coming down lake.
With your eyes this big going.
Yeah, well, you have to wear the sunglasses
Okay, all right.
because it keeps the wind out of your eyes and the
All right,
bugs.
all right.
The bugs.
Yeah.
I used to race buses. To
You
see,
raced the buses?
on my way to school. Yeah.
Were there people on the bus cheering? There was a movie like that.
Not really.
Watermelon Man. Something
They
like that?
laughed the one time I slipped in the little oil spot right in front of King's Villages over there on Washington and Fair Oaks.
Yeah. Remember Watermelon Man when he's running next to the bus and there are people on the bus trying to hurry up and go, and it's a race.
Yeah, it was never that
Anyway,
exciting.
okay, so as we were going, so your history. Here's the other question. When did we first meet?
I think
was it that class?
it had to be that class, and I started working at the station in 93, 94.
All right. Oh, no, that was before my time. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was actually a contractor doing Sierra Madre's meetings before they installed their system. And Stuart Strauss, who was the person there at the time, went on to do some other stuff. So they hired me because I was there all the time. So
Wow.
It's an advantage to always being here. You never leave, they might start paying you. Or a disadvantage, depending on how you look at it.
You are quite the tech guru. How'd that get up in here? Where'd all that tech savviness come from?
Well, I
Tinkering.
mean, the stuff breaks, the budgets have never been very big, and
Yeah.
ideally, what I really want to do is direct. So I am a director. I'm a live multi-camera production director is what I do, is what I want to do, but I got tired of the equipment not working, so sometimes you'd have to fix it yourself. And they taught all of it, so I was like, I might as well go ahead and learn all of it, and sometimes you're the only one working on a production, so I've been on productions where I was I was everything but the talent, and I think there might have been one or two where I was actually the talent as well, so I'd run my own camera, set up my audio,
Yeah,
and all
I
that
remember
stuff,
seeing
run
you
back and
just
forth, and it's kind of
running out,
fun.
running every.
You kind of set a bad precedent, though.
This dude would do a production and run every position himself. I would walk in, doing sound, doing the directing, calling the shots, would come out, do camera.
Yeah, sitting there talking to myself, ready to take two, and then hitting the
Are you
button.
serious? I'm like, how?
I think that's
great
actually
course.
part of what made me learn it. Especially one of the things is, like, a lot of times when you do stuff by yourself, you just do it. I actually would direct myself, and I would tell myself to do. So it's like I'm putting myself in these different mindsets. So even when I'm directing, like when we do our directing classes, the director also is running the switcher. I will actually verbalize the commands before I do them, because it just lets everybody know what's going on, and it keeps you solid.
So one quick question, then I think we might go to a break or something. So who trained you, and what was your first production?
It was, I want to say Gina Lamb. I don't know if her name was Gina, but I'm pretty sure her last name was Lamb. And she was kind of a video artist, and I think that program had ties to PCAC because it was right around the time that the company had started. But my real production training started with Pete Arnold at K-Learn, went on to PCC, Jerry Finn was where I got a lot of my engineering stuff from, Coutant, all these other people who no one knows. But PCC's got a very solid program, and I always tell that even with people here, if here's a good place to come if you want to find out if you like it, because a lot of people, you go to film school, you spend thousands of dollars, you discover you can't stand this stuff. Here's a place you can come, you can try it out if you like it, then you can go on and say, I'm willing to commit whatever resources you're going to spend on it. So that's kind of how I did it. And then a lot of it I learned by doing. I got to give Kevin Breckner a crap ton of credit, because as far as directing, lighting, most of my lighting stuff I kind of picked up from Kevin. And just being around. You had a lot of people with all degrees of experience, all different walks of life come through, so you just learn what you can. That's part of the reason why I stayed. You meet so many different people. You learn a lot of stuff.
And teach a lot of people how to
Yeah.
run all this stuff. We're getting ready to go to a break, and then when we'll come back, we'll talk more to Mr. Chavel DeVine.
Okay. Well, sure.
Hi, Chavel. Guess where I'm at? Pasadena Unified School District. I just found a picture of you in a K-Learns class in the boardroom. You had to be in about 19. I just can't help but to remember the first time I met you, over 10 years ago at the old studio. You were teaching a lighting class, directing, and stage management. And I enrolled into your course, and the first thing I learned was how to manage people on the set. And I learned all that from you. You'll be truly missed. Bye, buddy.
Hey, Chavel. So I guess you're going to Colorado then, huh? Well, we're gonna miss you, and even though this is gonna be hard for them to try to find someone to do your job, they're never gonna find someone to replace you.
Hey, Chavel. Just wanted to say goodbye. For so long, you know, you made me. So I couldn't even be the person I am today without you. Helps me to work this boss shirt. Boss. I guess I'll have to make a journey to Colorado in order to get some more learning.
Not everybody might know that we used to do high school sports around here. I did 7 years of high school football. I was privileged to direct the turkey tussle one year with you as my ace handheld cameraman. That was back in your roller hockey days when you were a roller hockey queen. King. Good luck, best of luck to you and your family. I expect soon you'll be shopping for snowboards.
Thank you so much for all of your hilarious Chavel mode trainings at Pasadena Media. It has been an honor and a privilege to work with you. I have learned so much. Congratulations and take care.
He's a guy that knows everything about computers. He even knows how to operate a left-handed screwdriver. So too bad he's leaving. I sure will miss a guy with that much knowledge.
I just wanted to say, Chavel, we're really going to miss you. You started here at K-Learn, and I really thought that one day I'd be able to steal you back from Pasadena Media to help me go work at Mirror. But I see that you had other ideas. Too bad. We're really going to miss you, Chavel. You're one in a million. You're amazing. You're talented. You're technical. Anywhere you go, you're going to be great. So just don't forget us. Don't forget K-Learn, and have a great time, Chavel. Bye.
I've known you for 5 years now. And it's been swell. You're a great guy. I learned a lot from you, and I'm really going to miss you. But I'll never forgive you for the time you tried to talk me into letting you shoot your feet in the public restroom to put on television. What a bad idea.
So you fired us and you prepared to move on. Hey, love it. Couldn't happen to a better guy. Well, things don't quite go the way you really wanted to go. You just come on right back to Pasadena Media, where you can always yell your famous words. You're fired. Peace and love.
It was excellent working with you. I hope all the best for you in whatever it is that you do from here. But anytime something goes wrong with Facebook or Skype, I guess we'll just have to figure it out, right? So all the best to you, no matter where you go, all over the world.
Say bye. Say thank you for all of your help, Chavel. And good luck in Colorado.
He says bye and thanks for your help and good luck in Colorado.
Left-handed screwdriver?
Yeah.
Really?
Bro. I mean, I guess.
Oh, that was it. Left-handed screwdriver, huh? All right, anyway, just to keep rolling along here your technical skills around here, man, have kept this place afloat, I swear.
Anybody can.
How many more emergencies have I know I've called. Anyway.
Usually very loudly with a very colorful vocabulary.
Yeah. So what are some of your fondest memories of this facility?
Oh, man, I don't know. Probably just working with friends and family as far as I'm concerned. I consider all of them family. The football games that Cliff talked about, that's kind of where it started for me. That's also part of where I learned a lot of my engineering stuff. We had to build the studio on location and then tear it down at the end of the day.
Studio in a box before there was a studio in a box.
Yeah, pretty much. Studio on the bread van. This is the Weber's truck driving by.
Yeah, exactly.
Working, we started a radio PCAC when KPC changed their format, and they were doing a bunch of different stuff. Me and Joe got together and started doing a radio show, just recording it on VHS tapes, playing it underneath the bulletin board. Probably
podcast before podcast. Look,
you know,
I mean,
actually,
an
yeah,
inventor, man. I mean, you know,
I should have clocked in on that.
Wow,
Probably some of the biggest things would have been Crown City News.
Right.
That
was big time.
That was a pretty phenomenal program because I'd always wanted to do local news, and when I met the woman who is now my wife, Tammy DeVine, she came with a news background. I told her and I made the mistake of telling her. She took the idea and went nuts with it. And I'm kind of glad we did. It was a lot of work. That was actually at a point where I was part-time here and doing contracting stuff because I was running the production company with her. But through that program, we've helped people to get employment in news stations all over the country. We've got photographers who've been all the way out to Africa shooting for Nat Geo and all kinds of stuff. And a lot of it's because they came here and did the work and did the training.
And you got some of the there's a few reporters from ABC.
Yeah, Darcy Phillips, who is now on ABC 7 as a reporter, actually got her first exposure, as far as I know, is what she told us at the time, working Crown City News Force. So she's phenomenal. I can't take credit for everything they do. People come in with talent, and I usually see it as my job just to give them the opportunity to exercise that muscle and polish it up, let them know, give them some good criticism and whatnot. And just keep making opportunities for people. That's pretty much what it is.
Well, we could talk forever.
Okay, all right.
But I'm going to have to close because time's running. So as the close goes, that's all the time we have here on this episode of Arroyo Profiles. Hope you found it both informative and entertaining. It's going to take me a minute to get used to this. This show is one of our training programs. I'm even getting trained here, where the television equipment is being operated by volunteers and interns as we speak, with a little coaching from our staff to make sure that they get the most out of their training experience. So if you are interested in learning more, you can find Pasadena Media through all our usual social media platforms. Those of you who would like to do more than follow and subscribe, log on to our website and you can get involved as the teleprompter churns. As you already have heard, we offer training to anyone interested in television production, whether you're interested in pushing buttons, pushing your point of view, or as I say, pushing the envelope. It all starts with an orientation and tour. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the Arroyo channel.
Well done.
Thank you.